This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Yes, I think we all know what song that solo comes from. I should really have been wearing a school uniform to play that whilst wielding an SG, shouldn't I? But there you go. Anyway, Back in Black, that's what the solo sounds like. And here's what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay then, let's have a look at what's going on in the solo. First of all, as always, by taking a look at the accompaniment. We've basically got like a power chordy riff kind of thing. That's a variation on the main riff that occurs in, like, on the intro and the verses of the song. It goes from an E5 to a D5 to this A over C sharp, like a first inversion A chord, and then back down to the E5 power chord again. Like that. Every alternate time it returns to that E chord, it does something different than what you've just heard there. It does this basically sort of quarter note triplet thing where it goes kind of alternating between the E5 and the A5. And altogether that goes like this. And then back round it again. So clearly we've got a very strongly established E tonality, but is it E major or E minor? Well, the note that makes the difference between E major and E minor is, as you can see there, it's that G sharp in E major which becomes a G in E minor, and nowhere in that riff is there either of those notes, so it's ambiguous, really speaking. But if we look, back at the beginning of the song, there's you've got this little famous riff down here, which is clearly using E minor pentatonic, and that is very much what Angus does in this solo. It's very, very E minor pentatonic, what he plays, with a couple of extra notes. The first one of which is this C sharp note that he adds in a few places, but most notably. So once you start adding C sharp into an E minor pentatonic, it begins to give it that sort of Dorian mode kind of sound, which is quite commonplace in a lot of ACDC tunes. Don't panic, that's the last I'm going to mention of the modes, but that's basically what kind of flavour you get if you add C sharp into an E minor pentatonic. So, you got the famous sort of intro of the solo. Then we come down into this little bit of E minor pentatonic here. And then back to that sort of main hook again. Then a little bit of kind of noodling around in position 3 of E minor pentatonic, just briefly. That would look like that, and it goes, he's playing this discord here, this dissonance between this E note and this D, so you get that, which he then resolves by bending that D up to the E, so you get like that. I mean, right there you've got quite a clever little technique. Dissonance, and then, resolve, tension and release. It's what makes a good solo work, basically. Then up into pattern 4 rather of the E minor pentatonic. that little move there. Pattern 4 looks like this. So then we've got this little blue note kind of coming in here, this A sharp, B flat, the sharp 4th or flat 5th. And then he kind of bounces off up into the 12th fret position, like this. And we've got a few licks up there based around that kind of that double stop bend there, where you're bending the 14th fret on the 3rd string and letting it ring out with the D at the 15th fret on the B string. So a few licks around there. You can tell that's sort of what he's thinking around. You've got this kind of reasonably fast little lick that he plays. Like that, which kind of takes him into like that, where he goes into some more of that kind of bendy stuff. And then, yeah, we've got what we got after that. Again, all this sort of pattern 1 stuff that all seems to be either centered around or culminating in that kind of thing there. And once he's done with that, we're into the kind of bringing it home section of the solo, where we're playing some like open string riffs that always reminds me a little bit of Paul Kossoff, the solo on All Right Now, you know, the kind of that part of All Right Now. But it goes like this. So you can see there he's playing the open strings, sliding D up to E, and then playing the 2nd and 1st strings, and then there's that dissonance again between the D note and the E note. We saw that up. And then there's the C sharp again that he's adding in there. And, you know, basically repeats that in between the two. He kind of comes back up to pattern 1 of the E minor pentatonic, and then we've got and then as the vocals come back in there, the very last lick is a bit indistinct, and I sort of guesstimated it, to be honest with you, but I can hear that that is involved somewhere, like that almost Chuck Berry-ish kind of lick, you know, like that you hear on Oh Carol. So I just kind of figured something out and put a lick in that will work in its place. It's, as I say, it's really kind of hard to grasp that one because it's right buried underneath the vocals. So there you go, E minor pentatonic with the C sharp note cropping up, which, as I say, gives it a little bit of a Dorian feel, and one particular instance where we get the famous flat 5 blue note, like that. Nice little solo, loads of great licks in it, so go away and learn them and have some fun with them. And there is, of course, a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo, that little explanation that you've just seen there, and a jam track to play along with. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, guess where, in the description. It's only $3 or £2.50 a month, and you get access to all of these other bits and pieces that go along with these YouTube lessons. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked in the description. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, and perhaps a little bit inspiring. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream, Friday, 5 PM UK time. It's all about just having a beer and a chat and, you know, whatever topics of conversation crop up, usually guitar and music related, but we can go anywhere on these live streams. It's a great way to kick off the weekend. I would love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.